enthusiastic session of today, Science of Happiness. The name itself denotes that happiness is the key word in our life. So it is very honor for us that today we are having a very renowned personality, Abhilasha Srivastava ma'am. A very rich profile of ma'am, 25 years rich experience as a training professional for personality development to promote personal and professional growth in individuals to cope up with the current company in work culture. Core competencies in group discussions, interview skills, negotiation skills, team building, exercises, motivation, and leadership. These are some core points of the man's personality. Madam is having a huge experience. Apart from that, Madam is having the proven the ability to conceptualize and remodel process in the specified standards. Madam is a trainer at ICAI Mumbai and Bangalore. Nowadays, she is currently at Bangalore. Topics cover our communication skills, listening skills, relationship management, team building, and so on. Okay, so many, it's a very huge biodata. Madam is a trainer for teachers also at Navy Children's Schools, Mumbai and Delhi. How to handle the relationship between the parents and children and counseling of parents. This is a very important point of the madam's personality. Working as a psychologist counselor, handling students for anxiety management and stress management. How to work in teams. Okay. So today's guest of honor is Abhilasha Srivastava madam. We are very fortunate that we are having such a type of a renowned personality. So I request Dr. M.U. Kharat sir to welcome today's guest.
Thank you, madam.
Yes,
Welcome, dear Abhilasha Sahai madam, for this today's session of audit course named The Science of Happiness. While conducting such kind of sessions for the audit courses, it was very difficult for us to have the appropriate person as a resource person for conduction of the session for the students. We are very fortunate enough to have today's expert, Abhilasha Sahai madam, who will be delivering us today's session on the science of happiness based on her experience, based on her research in the human psychology, based on her research in the field of soft skills. She will share some good aspects of this science of happiness with we all, and I am confident that as the outcome of this session, we all will be encouraged and will be very much motivated towards the positivity, towards the positiveness in our life. I welcome you, ma'am, for this today's session, and I am very much thankful for you that with a short notice of time you have accepted our invitation and made yourself available. I know that you are with very hectic schedule. Immediately after the session, you have to march somewhere else again. So I am very much thankful for you for sharing, for sparing your time with my students and with all of us. Thank you, madam.
Yes. Thank you so much, Madan and Shubhangi, for your overwhelming introduction.
yes,
I am really privileged and happy to be with all of you. And if I can bring that happiness today to all the candidates attending here, and I can give a light in their life, that will be my honor and privilege and my happiness also. Okay, so today I'm going to share some of the experiences, cases studies of young candidates and the youth of our country. What is it all about happiness? Everybody wants happiness, right? So what is happiness all about? Why should I be happy? First affirmation which I say to all the candidates who have joined here: Always do one thing, write one sentence every day morning: I am happy. I am peaceful. This is one affirmation which I make all my candidates do, because when I write down, which is the conventional way, what is happening nowadays, candidates have started using mobile and laptops. So they have made their screensavers also as I am happy and I am peaceful, never give up attitude. So, two affirmations is very important: happy and peaceful, and never give up attitude. So, this is one thing which has made me come here what I am in my life also. And I'll be sharing my experience, journey, and some cases study of youth, as well as some candidates who are also on social media, and you can check on them that how they are successful and happy today. So basic mantra of success, let me talk about first one basic mantra of success. When I say success, now when I say success, three things is very important: KSA, knowledge, skills, and attitude. If all of you can just pen down three alphabets whenever asked in your interview or anywhere, you can just say KSA. Now, this is the mantra of success at every age: knowledge, skills, and attitude. When I say knowledge, it is your academic knowledge. It is something which you are developing yourself right now as students of second year science, and that is computer engineering. And I'm also a computer engineer, so I can totally empathize with you all what you guys are doing now and what we did in 90s. So how can we go about it? Updating our knowledge. Say for example, you are a computer graduate. Now whatever you are studying, whichever languages you are studying right now, definitely you need to upgrade and update every now and then apart from your curriculum. So dedicate some time for upgradation, whether once a month, once in 6 months, once in a year, but you need to upgrade your skills. So this will be knowledge upgradation. Say today, if I am sitting as a soft skill trainer or a psychologist counselor as well as a life coach, now, it's not that today I'm done with it. I'm not done. Today also I'm going to learn something from you guys, and I'll tell you what is it I'm taking back home. So it's learning every day. So when I learn every day, definitely this is the growth which I am getting and the happiness which I am getting. So everybody says I'll be happy when I'm successful, I'll be happy when I earn money, I'll be happy when I have a great family. So this is not about happiness, it is about making happiness, it is about creating happiness in your life. So knowledge, upgrade your knowledge every now and then. Don't think ever I am done, my engineering is over, I am done, I have to be placed somewhere through the institute. It's totally about also what you upgrade yourself. So this is knowledge. Second is skill development. When I talk about skill development, now it is also skills of your life. Say for example, as a candidate of 21 and 22-year-old candidate, first is your sports. Now, if you are in sports, say as simple as badminton, also, if you pick up now, you all are very young, you have just started, this is the beginning of your life. This is the most wonderful time of your life where you guys are standing with your teachers, with your parents, and with the guidance and mentoring which they all are giving you every day. So, one thing which you can pick up in the college is one sports for physical and mental abilities development. Second, you can pick up one instrument as simple as even Casio, so you can play, you see your concentration levels. And also some skill developments like you're picking up your hobby, sketching, painting, singing, dancing. You can participate in the curriculum of your college. This will give you an extra social recognition in the society. And when I get that social recognition, actually you are elevated. So this elevation is needed in life all the time. So this is something which I'm going to talk about today for creating happiness. Today, basic mantra would be to create happiness. Definitely, I presume all of us are happy what we are because we are professionals. We are sitting and learning something. But how can I recreate? Okay. Third, attitude. Now, when I say attitude, definitely I say positive attitude. Now, when it is positive attitude, say, for example, you have a set of people in your house, your relatives, your friends, who keep telling you, this one cannot do anything. He is useless. He will not clear it. He will not do this. So when people do this, these are those negative people in your life. So I don't mean to say they are relatives. Sometimes it is our own parents because they have gone through that. So you guys need to understand and empathize, not that they will empathize because you are in these programs, you are the youth, you are in a learning mode. So empathize your parents if they say you are not good, you are not getting good marks, oh you're good for nothing. This is the statement which we tell parents please don't use, right? When they come to us for training, but or counseling. But if they are homemakers, they are at home, or if your father is in a job where he's really very worked out, definitely in that situation, you need to understand you are the one who is going to empathize with him because he has got these statements from his generation, right? From his parents also. So do not get worked out on that. Believe in yourself and take a never give up attitude. Have positive people in your life. Talk more to positive people who say you can do it, you are good, you are fantastic, you are fantabulous. Okay? So this is all about creation of thoughts. Now, when I say happiness, happiness is all about your emotional, physical, and mental well being. So right now, when you guys are sitting here and you are listening to me, you must be thinking, I am happy. Why do I attend? It comes in our mind. Why do I attend? But it is something which can click you somewhere. When I'm talking from here, I'm talking from here. It may click something in you which may bring that spark in your life. And I'll be giving you certain daily activities which you need to do to create. You can get back to your team and you can get back to me also in 15 to 21 days. Create this in your life and tell us what is it all about. Yeah, so first is I'm going to teach you a technique which is about managing my thoughts. Say for example, right now sitting here I say I am extremely happy, I am extremely delighted to be with you all. But sometimes if I say, oh my God, it's a 2 hour session, what do I do about it? I'm so unhappy. I have to just go here. I have to do this. When I create this thought, definitely it starts working on my body also. And I have got so many clients when I do counseling. I have so many clients who are doing yoga every day, 1 hour, running, and they're having a beautiful career. They're eating food on time and they have 100% blockages. I have a client at Narayan Hrudale right now who has 100% blockages. He sleeps at 10, gets up at 6, 1 hour of jogging, 1 hour of exercise, and blockage. So doctor said, Mr. Shetty told him, in fact, I was sitting there, he said, sir, what have you done to yourself? You have not enjoyed life. You're always worrying for something which has got you this. So this is something we need to understand. It is the creation of thought. So today I'll teach you a technique for managing thoughts, but later you will be taking this technique to a higher level, which will give you controlling your thoughts. Say if I can control my thoughts, there can be nothing more beautiful than that. Okay, I give you one example. Say for example, at your age, one of your friend would have told you, you are not looking good today. Okay, now this is bothering me. He has said in 1 second this sentence, it is bothering me for 2 days. What should I do? What should I wear? How should I look? That I look beautiful, I look good. Why did he say this to me? Why did she say this to me? So this is something which I am creating the thought and bothering myself. Okay, so one thing which we need to do is definitely, many of you must be already doing it, meditation, yoga. I don't say you become spiritual or doing this is a way of life, style of life. So adapt this life. I have candidates who started doing this and it takes 21 days, minimum 21 days for a habit to be developed because my neurological system starts working after 21 days, accepting it as a habit. So try and inculcate these techniques which I'm giving you today to make it a habit. Now, let me ask you all one question. What is happiness all about? What do you think happiness is all about? You can unmute yourself and speak also. What do you think it gives you happiness in your life? I'm sharing the screen now. Okay, just think. What makes you happy? What is it that makes you happy? Money, career, relationship, health, friends, parents. Think about it. All of you just think about it. What makes you happy? And think of a moment which has given you happiness recently. Think about it. And if somebody wants to speak, just please share in the chat box, or you can speak also here. What is it that makes you happy? Think about it. Okay. Manisha? Anuja has raised her hand. Yes, Anuja. Unmute yourself. Friends and books, spending time with family, friends and satisfaction. Okay, very good. So mostly at your age, if you see, all of you have written friends, yes? So one thing which you need to take care of is selection of friends. Friends is the biggest factor at your age to influence you. If he or she is a friend, there are friends who may force you for going out when you are studying, you may force you for even drinking or smoking. Just check on yourself. Do you want to do it? Do you want to be in a group? I don't say, oh, drinking and smoking is very, very bad. Yeah. But if it becomes a habit, yes, extremely bad, because this is the time you are budding. Okay, so let me give you an experience through a technique that when I make you calm and composed, what is it all about? Okay, so let's go for a guided meditation of 5 minutes, which I will be guiding you right now how to go about it. Okay, so this is the basic mantra or the basic technique which we have done for almost more than a lakh of candidates now, where we have seen results beautiful. See, I'm also one of them. Say 5 7 years back, I was not doing it. Not that, oh, my life was miserable. My life was very good. But again, today, as challenges, as you age, your challenges are also increasing. What you are facing challenges today, what you are facing in class 10th, and what you will be facing after completing your engineering, you see challenges keep growing. As well as when you will see you get married, say for example, again there will be another responsibility. You have kids, another responsibility. So as we will be aging, every day responsibility will keep increasing in our life. Okay, challenges will keep. So when I started doing meditation, I'm telling you, one thing which I did was I created a space, because I used to go to meditation camps, do it, come back home, feel, oh, I'm very good, oh, I'm very happy. I don't think so. I'll do it when I'm free, I'll do it when I feel little restless. No. When I started, I attended one program with one of my yoga teachers for a month. Actually, she kept coming to that club and we kept going there. So when I did it for a month continuously with her, I saw a beautiful change in myself. Any situation coming in my life, it won't be beyond an hour or two which will make me haggard or bothered, or even, I'll be thinking about it. Otherwise, as Indians, all of us are very emotional people, isn't it? I would be one person I would talk about. I was also very, very emotional. So, definitely one small thing. And my idea is I want to give happiness to everybody. 10 years back, my idea was I will give happiness to everybody. This was the way I used to think. Now it is, I have to be happy. One light in this room will make everything brighten. Similarly, one happy soul in a room, in a family, can make the full family happy. So, this is the mantra which you can carry. I don't need 10 lights in a room. One light is enough to spread that light. So, one happy soul in a group of friends is also enough to create that happiness in everybody's life. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are going to go for a guided meditation. Now when you are in college, also, say for example, you have a free period, but if morning you can do, fantastic. Morning times, say give 1 hour to your me time. How many of you brush your teeth? All of you? Who gave you this habit?
Yes, ma'am.
What a silly question, madam, you are asking, correct? Okay. Now, who gave me this habit? Parents. One day, 1 month, or 1 year? We don't know, right? But today, when I get up, immediately I brush my teeth. Yes. Now, if you brush your teeth for 2 minutes, do it for 15 minutes, enamel will go, my dear friends. Okay. So, if you're doing it twice in a day and 2 minutes, fair enough. But if you're doing 15 minutes by watching your mobile for 15 minutes by WhatsApp and replying and sending good morning messages, difficult time. Okay. So, 1 hour when you are taking that 1 hour in the morning, or half an hour, even if I say, 2 minutes brush, 10 minutes taking bath. Some students share, ma'am, I take bath for an hour. Okay. So please reduce it. Keep it for a weekend, not every day. So that 1 hour which you are taking care of your morning regime. So this happiness is all about developing habits and creating your life in such a way, because it is a day-to-day activity. Today you can come first in the class, you will be happy for a certain moment. Tomorrow again there will be another definition for happiness. So every day I need to create something in my life to create happiness, correct? So now it's all about molding my mind. So what you do: brush, taking bath, give only 5 minutes for 21 days. Just see the beauty of it. 5 minutes I want from all of you. Okay, this will be a guided meditation which I can share the link also. You can go with it. You can follow any spiritual guru you feel like, but today experience with me and share with me what you felt. Okay, so I would like all of you now, when you are sitting on the chair, do one thing: spine should be straight and feet should be grounded. All of you do one thing: spine straight, feet grounded, palms in your receiving posture, like this, in your lap, so that whatever I'm giving you, you are receiving it in this receiving posture. All right. So all of you sit comfortably wherever you are. I don't say that sit on the ground or floor, whatever you are comfortable. On your chair like I'm sitting, my spine should be straight, my palms here in my lap, and my feet grounded. Now all of you close your eyes, and whatever I will be speaking now, flow with it. Just go with it. Okay. You will get a lot of thoughts here, lot of thoughts, vibrations. Don't worry. After this session, after this 5 minutes, I will be asking you, what did you feel? Okay. So feel whatever, be very comfortable, and I'll be sharing with you something which is going to create some happiness, some peace right away. This is my challenge. Okay. So all of you, spine straight, palms in receiving posture. Close your eyes and flow with me what I say. Okay, check on your breath. Check on your breath. Is it normal? Is it heavy? So, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Do it thrice to relax. Breathe in through your mouth, nose, and breathe out through your mouth. So, do this 3 times to relax yourselves. Check on your breath. Now, while doing this, we are going to relax. We are going to relax our mind and body, as relaxation is very important for rejuvenating our mind as well as body. So keep your eyes closed. Release all your pressure and stress through your breathing. Now breathe in through your nose, what I say, and breathe out through your mouth by blowing it. Whatever you have stored, unwanted stress which does not serve your body, anxiety, anger, release it. Release it through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, release it through your mouth. And when I'm doing this, I'm relaxing my body, starting from my toes. Relax your toes, relax your calf muscles, relax your knees, Relax your thighs, relax your stomach, relax your heart chakra, relax your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your fingers, relax your neck, relax your chin, relax your lips, relax your cheeks, relax your nose, relax your ears, relax your eyes, relax your eyebrows, relax your forehead, relax every hair follicle on your head. So we are relaxing ourselves, our mind and body. And as we relax, create a thought, create a thought. I am happy, I am peaceful, I will never give up in my life, always be self motivated, self driven. Create this thought and check yourselves. Is there something which is bothering you? Release it by blowing out through your mouth, breathing in through your nose. Release all this unwanted stress which you have stored against a situation or a person. Release it, let it go. Breathe in, breathe out. Release, as releasing is, letting go is enjoying freedom. So enjoy freedom in your life. Don't hold any thought for anyone or any situation. Let it go. Relax, relax, and relax. While relaxing, let me give you another technique of gratitude, which is another mantra for creating happiness in and around you. So let's give gratitude to God for giving us this beautiful life. Gratitude to our parents and teachers, friends, siblings, relatives, our laptop, our computer, our mobile, our institute for giving us this opportunity. Let's thank everyone who has contributed, good or bad, in my life to be what I am today. So, enjoy the sense of freedom by releasing every emotion which you are holding tight as a grudge, as an emotion, as a feeling, as a situation, as a person. Just release. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Release all the unwanted stress which does not serve your body. It only creates pressure, tension. Release. Relax. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy meditation. Enjoy your thoughts. Now, all of you check what is your deep desire within. Just check on a thought. What is your deep desire within? Closing your eyes, just check what is your deep desire. Create a thought. You are fulfilling your desire. Is it giving you happiness? Just check if you are fulfilling your desire, whether it is eating food, being with a friend, being with your parents, scoring good marks in your exams. What is your deep desire within? Check your checklist. If there is any thought coming in which is bothering you, then mentally chant the mantra aham, aham, mentally, or om, or think of a person whom you love the most. Think of a person whom you love the most. So relax, relax. Enjoy freedom. Don't take anything against anyone. Don't keep it. It does not serve your body. See a beautiful sky, beautiful sunlight, and a nice breeze. You can sense, and you are in your engineering, where you have beautiful friends, environment, and teachers to develop your skills and ability. So enjoy this moment. It's the best phase of your life. Enjoy. Love yourself. Love for what you are. So enjoy. So, with this sense of gratitude and enjoyment and happiness, let us rub our palms and create enough warmth in our palms. And rub your palms, keeping your eyes closed. Generate warmth in your palms and place it over your eyes. And place it over your eyes. Place it over your eyes. Okay. Once you have done this, share your feelings. What did you feel? Anybody has sensed any pain? Anyone has sensed any pain? Anyone has sensed any pain? You can even unmute yourself in between, raise your hands and ask me a question if there is something, okay? Throughout the session, you can raise your hands instead of only writing in the chat box, which can be a one-sided conversation and I have to really concentrate on everybody. So it's better you can always raise your hand and ask me a question. Anybody sensed a little pain in your head? How many of you are feeling relaxed? Raise your hands. How many of you are sensing little relaxed? Raise your hands. On your screen, you can put the emoji, raise your hands. All right. So, most of you are raising your hands for anyone with pain? Anyone with pain? No? All right. If anyone, say for example, has and you are not sharing, because generally in a session there will be one or two of them who would who would have this little pain here, that is because of that extra emotions, extra thought process which keeps going in my mind. I can process 1,000 thoughts throughout the day, throughout a moment. You're sitting here and you are listening to me, you're making an eye contact with me, or you have kept your videos off. Number one, whenever you are in a session, say this is not a seminar or a webinar, treat it as a session, okay, where we should interact. Number one, that is the mantra. Second, utilize something which is given to you. You can ask me a question, whichever question has not been answered for your soft skills, happiness in your life, and I'll be answering it to the best of my ability, experience, and exposure. And I can say that 99% it has always been thumbs up. So you can go for it and check on it also on me. So please, number one, take one advice, switch on your videos. Because see, if I switch off I'll show you one thing. I'll just switch off my video. I'm just switching off for a second now. I'll be speaking. Now, can you see my gestures and my facial expressions when I speak? No. So you'll be hearing some audio which is not too much relating and connecting to you. So this is one reason for my motivation to know my audience, what they need from me is also important, to see you as non-verbal communication. Okay, verbal definitely I'm doing, you guys also can do, but non-verbal communication is something what I am visualizing you guys right now. My feedback is totally your facial expressions. Okay, so this is something whenever you talk to somebody in personal also, give this thing. Some people say, for example, I'm talking to you, I can be on my mobile and I talk to you, which is not correct. Again, this is another thing which I have to accept and accommodate and learn in my soft skills. Being an engineer, that not only HR people have to do, being an engineer, I need to make eye contact. I need to give you that importance. I need to give you that respect. Then I get the respect. People generally say, no, I don't get respect. I give him enough respect. No, the day I am giving you respect, I am getting it in return. So this is another mantra which you can follow for getting, not demanding. You are creating respect in your lives by giving respect. So with one quote, I start one more thing now. I'll be sharing my PPTs also. So with one quote, I start. The Dalai Lama said, I quote, "The purpose of our lives is to be happy." So I unquote now. Whatever we are doing, say for example, if you are sitting here and you are not happy, okay, so how much ever I talk, how much ever I say anything, if it is by force, like I ask my students, why are you here? Some of them, if it is from a college, they would say, ma'am, it was mandatory. Now, if I don't make mandatory coming to the classes, would you guys really happily come to the classes? How much percentage of the population will come happily to the class like this? How many of us feel we'll be happily running to the class if it is at morning 7 a.m.? Oh, I'll be running. Most of you? Yeah? Priyanka? Priyanka and Jadhav, we are raising hands. If you have to speak, unmute yourself and speak. Priyanka? So what is the purpose while are sitting here? Mandatory? No, it is not mandatory. It is also one more thing. When I don't make it, say for example, if our parents did not make it mandatory to go to school, would I have gone to school? Would I have experienced? Would I have learned that? So there are few aspects which is by discipline, which is by force from our parents and teachers, and later we realize it plays an important role. And I would say one of my teacher in my life, say today, if I say I'm an engineer, which is my basic qualification now and a graduation, I have done engineering because of my one teacher in my life called Mr. Chakraval in class 7th. Now, when he was teaching maths, what he did, one technique was, he would give us sums and we would do those sums and he would say, who comes first? No, I will sign and I'll give you very good. In class 7, that was giving us happiness. I was one candidate who would run for his signature because it was a beautiful signature and the way he used to write, very good. Today you get smileys, you get some tokens, some appreciation. Those days that one tick, one sign and very good was enough for us, right? So that when I did, and I did only with one chapter, that is simultaneous equations. Simultaneous equations has made me an engineer today, I should tell you this. Okay, I never thought I developed that liking for maths, and that one liking in class 7th, which I speak to my candidates, I even speak to my children, my husband. I am an engineer because of Mr. Chakrawal, who gave me that happiness of giving a tick mark and a signature in my notebook when I used to be the first one to give him the sums. And simultaneous equation and anything you are doing in life, one chapter also makes that particular subject very beautiful and happy. Even engineering drawing, if I talk about in first year what I did, and those days it was like, oh, if you get a backlog, it was a very, and if you are all clear, it would be great. So when I did all clear in first year, I remember still engineering drawing, many of they said, you are from UP board is like this, they are good in engineering, in mathematics, in mechanics and drawing. I am not a UP board, I was ICSC. So I had to also prove again, no, I'm from ICSC, ISC, but it's not like that. It was one again subject, engineering drawing, in which one chapter, locus. That was one chapter. I did it so beautifully that made me that subject loving. So if you want to love something, you want to be happy about something, have an expertise of one thing. Okay, say for example, right now when I sit in front of you, it gives me happiness because I am touching hearts of the youth. I am touching my youth. If 1% I can bring one shift in you, one shift, my day is done. Why? Because this is my passion now. And if you'll say, ma'am, can you come back to computers and teach me coding? I would say that is not giving me happiness. So I'm clear now. But you guys are clear now only. I am clear like 10 years back, 15 years back. You are clear right now what you want to do. Now, I have met chartered accountants. I'm also training chartered accountants, engineers, MBAs. Now, there are many of them. They said, my parents have forced me to do this, man. Because he's an engineer. No, he wants me to become an engineer. He's a doctor. He wants to make me a doctor. All right. Now, you have entered this profession, correct? Now, the main thing is you have to find happiness. Okay. So, how will you create happiness? Become an engineer. Take it as a basic graduate. Because today I'll share a case study of one candidate. She did engineering from Banglore just 3 years back. Okay, her name is Aditi. Now, I'm sharing it very confidently because I have trained that child and she wants me to share her case study as with name of the institute and candidate. Otherwise, I will not do this. This has to be confidential. So what did this girl do? She did engineering. Parents are doctors. Both are doctors in Navy, Indian Navy. Okay. Now, both the doctors' parents are specialists in Indian Navy, and daughter never wanted to become a doctor. That she appreciates. My parents never forced me to become a doctor, but they wanted me to be an engineer. I went and did engineering. I started doing coding. My friends are almost earning 20 lakhs packages. She also went for that, but within 6 months, she realized, no, I can't do coding. Okay. So then what she did, she shifted to Institute of Design in Ahmedabad. Okay. Now, when she shifted there, she's very happy because she's doing that interior design. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying, okay, you shift now. No, please, whenever you take up something in life, never give up. Now you have taken up engineering, never give up. Be happy because I should vouch for it when you are a professional and you are just BA or a BCom. There is a lot of difference. Why? Because your mind is churned. You have so many activities and subjects which has to be learned. So my utilization of my brain is so much that I become very active. And when I become active at in 20s, early 20s is one age where you can develop and create a beautiful life for yourself, not 30s, sorry. And 20s will pass like this. You will be 21, 22, you don't realize. Minute you become 25, you see 20s passing out from your hand. So in 20s, remember children, you have to take some techniques, okay? And those are number one, creating a habit which I've given you today is meditation. It may sound like something spiritual, oh, she's telling, but no, this is a way of life. Why do you tell me nowadays we are thinking of organic, we are thinking of going green? Huh? Why are we doing all this? Why are we becoming so environment conscious? Because of Corona. Because of an pandemic which you have seen in your lifetime in 20s. You are the generation who has seen this. So now we have to take out blessing in disguise. For me, though, it is a blessing in disguise. I went all over. I did lot of counseling. I went online. Otherwise, whenever I used to shift stations, I used to leave my job and take up a new job. Today, I don't have to do that. Okay, so we have to find blessings in disguise. So guys, whatever you all are doing right now is beautiful as a professional. Number one, create for yourself some activities. First activity, morning routine. How much time do you spend? Checklist. Okay, see how much. See tomorrow how much time do you spend for this. Number one, don't wake up with your mobile phone and WhatsApp. Do not wake up with this. See after 1 hour. Give 1 hour only to yourself and stop doing good morning messages. It's something constructive because you're professionals. There are many people in my life who are doing this to me. I would be one person, I'm really silent on groups, I'm really on personal messages. But there is one candidate in my life. She's a homemaker. Okay, she's my school friend, she's a homemaker. Now, when she sends me every day 5 o'clock in the morning, good morning, I give her a blue tick. That's it, I do. Other good morning messages I'm not seeing. I'm just giving a blue tick to my friend to give her that respect. She's a homemaker. So all the candidates sitting here also whose mothers are homemakers, kindly today thank your mother for what she has done to you. Because when we are working, we get another kind of satisfaction. Because see, when I'm orienting you, I go back home, I understand I have done this today, right? But the mother who is doing a thankless job from morning to evening, where we make faces, oh, you have not done this. So give her that happiness. Take that happiness. And one light, one bulb, one happy candidate, one happy soul in the house, in the college, in the classroom can make it happen. Okay? One flower. I need just one flower. All right? In one family. Similarly, in your one class, if you see in your group or the teacher who has come in the class, she is very happy. The full class becomes happy. Another teacher comes, she's very upset, she's bringing all irritation. We'll say, oh, she has come with the irritation from her house. She must have fought with her husband or her kids and she's throwing on us because we are easy targets. So now what should I do? I should be also becoming like her. You guys empathize with her. Give her that, okay, ma'am, we'll do it. Or that, oh, she will not listen to her, let it be. No, we will give her a little more empathy. Okay. So first, 1 hour to yourself. Second, skill development. If you are in computer engineering, that course which you are doing, the language which you are picking up, some coding apart from your subject which you can learn. Because practical knowledge is very important. We are getting a lot of theoretical knowledges in our colleges. That is happening everywhere and not from now, it is from ages. Say, for example, when I passed out, it was COBOL and C. When we came out, it was Oracle was already there. So what did I do? I upgraded myself to Oracle. I did a program for 15 days, paying a heavy amount of fees and all for a computer. This thing was very heavy those days. But you have to upgrade. Don't blame, oh, my college has not done this. Oh, my mother did this. Oh, my father. Stop blame game. Why? Because today I have taught you one technique which is called gratitude. Have gratitude. When you will give gratitude, this technique will get you success and happiness. Give gratitude for 5 days to everybody. You see what is the difference in your life. And today I will show you one person in my life who has a special child, and the gratitude he gave to everybody, he is a real success story of life. As well as you can see him on Google. The success story has reached to that level that even Chetan Bhagat has taken his interview. Now Chetan Bhagat taking his interview definitely is a different level, correct? So he had that gratitude technique. So say thank you. Don't hesitate in saying thank you. I love you. Like I like you. Instead, we always say I don't like you. I hate you. I don't want to be with you. These are the statements we use more in as a vocabulary than saying I like you, I love you. But be careful, guys. You are in that age when I like you, I love you can be taken in some other meaning and some other format. So you have to be a little careful about whom are you saying this I like you and I love you, I like your dress. So that one thing which you need to take care of now. All of you here, when you think, and you must have thought it is happiness. So number one, bring a smile to your face. Now see, if I make my face, what is this? So first is just get a smile on your face and say, I'm happy. Just say mentally, I'm happy. Maybe you are not happy today. Okay, you are not happy. You're sitting here, or maybe some thought process is bothering you. Somebody has said something to you in the morning, you are really bothered, haggard. Okay, maybe your marks are going to be told today, or some results are going to come today, you are worried about it. But tell yourself, it's okay. It's a beautiful life. At least I'm able to sit here, I'm able to listen, I'm able to talk. So this is the beauty of life. Otherwise, ask that person who is in hospital now. Ask that person who has got just 1 day of life or a month of life. I had a candidate whom everybody said there is only a month left. Do whatever you can. So imagine what is that situation. So definitely we are better right now. We are in a better situation. So make yourselves one quotation. I am happy every day. Write in bold letters on a piece of paper and never give up attitude. Write for 5 days. Practice meditation for 21 days. Give gratitude for 21 days. I am sitting here. I will vouch there will be a shift in your life. Suddenly you will find a lot of people coming in your life. Suddenly you will see a different beauty in your life. Practice it. Okay, these are called affirmations, these are called law of attraction. So you will attract beautiful things when here is the beauty. But here I keep saying he's very stupid, he's not good in my life, he's troubling me, this teacher doesn't give marks, oh she's very mean, oh he's very. When I keep doing this, it will be more in your life. You will create in subconscious what you're creating, my dear students, that creates in your life also. You keep saying, I may meet with an accident. I'm telling you, by evening, you'll have an accident. It's not physically all the time, mentally also it can happen. So you are recreating something which was not there. That fear, I may fail. Will I pass? Will I all clear? We do this. You say, I am giving my 100%. What will happen will be the best for me. It will be the best. So if you give your 100%, you get 60% right. Okay, no problem. You give your 70% and say, ma'am, I ऐसे ही पढ़ाई करी 90% आ गए. You are not good, my dear. Your sky is not the limit for you guys. For some of you who say, I casually study and I get 80%. So you go into something else, and you go in research work, you do some skill development. You are an expert whose mental capability is limitless. Okay, so your skill development will keep happening. Now as an engineer, you have a strength here. Don't see, nowadays people are talking, everybody is an engineer. Okay, everybody is an engineer, there is no value for engineers. No, it's not like that. It is you who will create it for yourself. In the same college, there will be a candidate with 50 lakhs package, there will be a candidate with 10 lakhs, there will be a candidate with 15 lakhs. Now you would say, I would be very happy if I got 50 lakhs. Correct? So did you create in these 4 years that thing, what that candidate created for himself or herself? Did you work so hard technically and physically and mentally to do things? So do those activities. Okay, keep a checklist. Always keep a checklist with yourself. Number 1, how much time for my morning routine? Number 2, what is that extra skill development I'm going to do today apart from my academics? In academics, in the evening, what is it I'm going to study today? Okay, this chapter is done, so I have to finish this chapter. All right. So this is something, but if you delay it after 1 week, after 2 weeks, I will do, you will have a backlog. So then this backlog of subject will create backlog of subjects also, backlog of thoughts also. Similarly, you cleanse your thoughts every day now. Now I've given you a technique, meditation, which is a guided one. Don't go for unguided meditation. Because when I go for unguided yoga or an exercise or driving, I'm not saying always, I may meet with an accident. Similarly, when I go with an unguided meditation, I may damage something here by our thoughts. So kindly, friends and my dear students, go for a guided one. Any spiritual, you have online so many of them. Even in fact, I will share a link with you. You can go for that. But create a space. Keep a cushion somewhere. Keep a pillow somewhere in your room. This is my small area. Keep a small dari in your room. This is my area. Put a nice music, okay, and sit down. Put a guided meditation, sit down. and see the beauty in 21 days. I can vouch for it. You will say, ma'am, I'm able to handle situations better than what I was handling yesterday. Okay, so do this technique for 21 days and get back to your management. Get back to me. I am here to help you. Okay, so let's see some now slides which I wanted to share with you all. Now, your true happiness also needs satisfaction in life, and it has to be throughout your life. So, when I say satisfaction, what is it what gives you satisfaction? Write down in your notebook. What is it that gives you satisfaction? What is it that makes you happy? Now, I'm sharing one quote, which I'll unquote also. Finding happiness is finding yourself. You don't find happiness, you make happiness. Now, how do I make happiness? Say, for example, today evening I have planned a movie with my friends. It has given you happiness? All right. Now, can I do it every day? Can I do this activity every day? Just think. And I would like some candidates now to interact verbally, not writing, verbally. Then you see what it comes out from me also. Just interact verbally. So how can you create happiness today? Can anyone share today? Can some thought be shared that what is it that will bring happiness to you guys? I think mostly all of you are writing in the chat box, but it's appreciated if you can speak also. Okay. Now I've shared fun, joy, and happiness. See, actually, what will happen when we'll not interact? No, it will be more of a webinar then, okay? And I wanted to have a session with you guys where I know my audience also. So first, all of you, please come on your videos. Come on your videos. Switch on your videos. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Switch on your videos,
So
students.
very nice, beautiful. Because when we switch on, we become little active. We become little energetic. Watching me, oh, so many people are there. When I switch off, I go in my zone, which is automatic. Even if I do I will do a similar thing. I will go in my own zone. I may have few other thoughts also, but definitely when we have reached a different level of meditation, I can control my thoughts, which helps me to be sitting here with a smiling face because we can control our thoughts. So that is the beauty. Now I'm sharing these screens, and when I'm speaking, you have something to talk about. Kindly also speak about it. Okay. Now, is there any purpose or meaning of your life right now? What is the purpose and meaning of your life? What is the purpose and meaning of your life? Preeti Metange. I want to ask you. Take it very easy. When I'm asking, don't get very this, huh? Don't get very worked out. Oh my God, there's a question to me. Just share, Preeti, one thing with your friends. What is it that gives you meaning and purpose? You're doing engineering. It's giving you a meaning and purpose, Preeti?
Uh, yes, ma'am. Actually, I am a staff, Dr. Preeti Metangi.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, but otherwise,
No problem, ma'am.
okay, Preeti, what is it that
No,
purpose of your life?
to be always in a gratitude and always happy and spread happiness in others' life also and help others.
Okay. Should I tell you one thing, Preeti, now here? One thing which
Yes.
even I have transformed now with the research work, with the studies, and with the psychological development which I did. Preeti, even 10 years back, once I was walking with my senior at Lodi Road, Lodi Garden in Delhi, okay? So remember still, I was telling her, you know what? I was telling her, can I give happiness to my parents and also my in-laws? This is something always, I want them to be always happy. She said, Abhilasha, why do you want to do this? Why can't you only think about your happiness? Once you are happy, you will spread happiness. I did not connect too much with her. But when I did the course of life coach and psychologist counselor, and I experienced now after meditation, and I experienced if I do things which keep me happy. Say for example, right now I am doing something which makes me happy, so I am happy. Now there are my friends who are working for Amazon, like computer engineers. Many of my computer engineering friends, they are really doing very good in their computers. Coding means they have reached what levels now in Amazon and or even IBM and even Infosys. Now they'll keep telling me, Abhilasha, even as an HR, can you join us? But you can be little technically sound and do this. I am not happy doing coding. Frankly speaking, with machine, I'm not happy. I'm happy with humans. I realized my passion. So I may get a very big salary. They're very big, but here also it's very good. But I am more happy now. Correct? So, Preeti, first is we have to think about our happiness. What gives you happiness? Getting up in the morning, doing your work for your children. Where many people, I do this, I do that, I'm cooking also. Now, women, number one, moral responsibility is on my shoulders, my dear friends, whether it is this generation, next generation, or the previous. Moral responsibility. Compassion is on my shoulder. So, when I become a professional and I say I'm going to work, there is another option. Don't try to be a superwoman, which we did, which I have done 20 years back. We tried to be superwoman by teaching my children, not giving any tuitions, by even taking care of the kitchen. Maybe I have a help, okay. But today we have learned delegate, delegate the job, which you are the best, you have the expertise, do it. But otherwise, say for example, if I do meditation, I also do it with my children, and they are working now, and when I see them talking, I see somewhere it impacts you. They talk what I'm talking. So we have to lead. We have to be the role models as teachers and parents. So this is something which I felt is beautifully flowing into the system now. So this awareness programs, if you see, even Nirmala Sitharaman in the budget this time has said about mental health, because India right now is standing at 140th rank in happiness. Imagine 140 is a huge number. We are even below Pakistan. Why are we doing that? Because we are losing on the essence of happiness, because we are not working on our relationships. We are not working and doing what we love to do. We are doing because somebody has told me there is a pressure on my head. Okay, I still remember when I had my first kid and I had left a corporate job, and my husband being in Indian Navy, I'm coming from armed forces. So being in Indian Navy, I saw there were a lot of naval officers. We used to have parties. They would ask me, "Ma'am, you're not working. You're a computer engineer." Really, I used to feel I've done a crime by not working. Today, if I work, I am working. If I don't want to work, nobody can force me. Correct? So that thing has to be there in this generation, what they want to do, and they are very clear about it. This is the beauty of you all. So number one, with Preeti's thing, I would say all of us here, not only Preeti, me, everybody here, first think what makes you happy. What is that way of life you want to lead? What is that daily activity? Don't think after 1 month I will do this, tab main khush ho jaungi. No, I have to start today the activity which I love to do. Going for a walk, watching a movie with my husband or with my kids or with my friends. Okay, hearing music. Okay, preparing some food item in my house. If I love to do cooking, whatever you love, do it. If you don't love, you can delegate the job. I don't say don't do it, delegate the job. I have seen some of my professionals as doctors, ma'am, I don't want to cook. This is my condition of marriage. So recently, I was orienting a batch of interns in Maya Hospital. There, one girl comes and tells me, "Ma'am, I don't want to get married." So this is for 20s. All these children sitting here, 20s. I don't want to get married. Why? I've seen my parents in a very bad relationship. Though my father is a cardio specialist, okay, but I don't see them happy. Then I am not getting married for happiness or for some compassion. Okay, all right. I heard her. I heard her. After that, one thing which I oriented, and in 10 minutes, that girl agreed that I will get married. Now, I'm not saying marriage is ultimate. No, not that. What I'm trying to say to that girl, or to you guys also, or to myself also, is after a certain age, I need a companion. Staying with parents and staying with friends does not help, because everybody has a family. Unless and until there will be an environment in India that nobody has, family and nobody's getting married, we are all spinsters, then it is different. After a certain point of time in 30s and 40s, everybody has family, and you start feeling lonely apart from the kind of money you have. Have you not seen people with stress committing suicide even they have family and success? Say CCD head, what did he do to himself? He got coffee on our table. He got that culture to us, but he's not with us now. So what is it he did not practice? What is it he did not understand? Mantras of life, being happy. It's not only about running success. Success will run behind you, my dear friends, if you do knowledge, skills, and attitude. If you keep yourself happy, just learn one thing. It is not mean, it is not selfish. Okay? Keep your mind and body healthy. So keeping your mind healthy, the diet would be meditation to cleanse it, to manage your thoughts and later control your thoughts. As physical diet gives me health, which Corona has taught us. And that is the reason I worry more nowadays for happiness. And I'm very happy that I'm orienting you guys, because India 2 years back when Corona started was at 137th position in happiness. Today we are at 140th. And we are those countries who is the developing country in G20 we are coming now. सो एक तरफ तो डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, पैसे आ रहे हैं, सब हो रहा है, बट हैप्पीनेस कहाँ है यार? गायब हो रहा है. That essence, you remember your grandparents, speak to your grandparents, they will say, अरे हमारे टाइम पे तो ये था. Because I am using social media for a wrong cause. I am only using social media to tell my friends and waiting for that blue tick, waiting for that reply. अरे यार उसने reply नहीं किया मुझे आज. So these are the things which is bothering us. She has read, she has not replied. She's not answering me. She's not giving me a thumbs up. She's not giving a nice emoji. So these are the things we are using for social media. But if you go on social media, so much of interaction. In fact, even I had procrastinated coming on social media for a long time, though my candidates whom I train, my clients, they said, ma'am, we need a video from you every week, if not every day. But can I give a video to everybody? No. And I procrastinated almost a year. Then my own kids and my own daughter who is working now, she said, mom, there may be so many people, but what's wrong when some people are asking when you can do it? So use social media to orient a larger audience. So it's not only about, so if I do it, I'm not thinking of monetizing. It is about what am I doing? If I'm a professional, I'm doing my work, I'm following my passion, I'm being happy about it. Monetization has to automatically happen. Nobody can stop me from monetization, correct? But if monetizing is in my head, then I will delay my process. Work hard. Do everyday activities. First आना है ना क्लास में, तो कुछ एक्स्ट्रा तो करना पड़ेगा. अंकित फर्स्ट आता है, मैं नहीं आती हूँ. सुजाता फर्स्ट आती है, मैं नहीं आती हूँ. शी इज द बेस्ट गर्ल क्योंकि उसके पेरेंट्स अच्छे हैं, मेरे पेरेंट्स बहुत डिमोटिवेट. नो, I am the one responsible for my life. At what age you guys are standing now? Yeah, in 12th, I would say, okay, your parents and teachers are responsibility. Primary school, they have the responsibility. Today, the responsibility is on your shoulder. And if you don't carry it beautifully, it comes on my head also. So this responsibility, try and take it smoothly, beautifully. It is less now. Believe in skill development. Believe in being very, very happy and a smiling face. Whatever situation, be happy. Gratitude. Now the situation, you will say, ma'am, somebody has an accident, somebody has died. How can I be? Yeah, definitely. That time I can't be happy, but I have to be compassionate. And this teaches us compassion. You can't give up on your life. I'm talking 15 years, 20 years back also. I used to think if the day my parents would die, that will be the most horrible day in my life. I used to think like that. Will I be able to live? I used to think like this. Today, after so much of training, grooming, spiritual also, I think it's a process of life. Even I have to go. So you don't have to get worked out on something. But yeah, if it is something like Corona did, somebody went, so we have to be very much ready for it. We have to accept it and we have to move on, not break it. Make it, don't break it. Okay, so now I'm showing you 1 second. I'll be showing you the what is not creating happiness to you all. Yeah, what is not happiness? Okay. Now, when I say not feeling good, is my sharing the screen okay? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes,
Yeah, we
madam.
can.
It is
All right.
visible.
It is visible. So, what is not happiness? Not feeling good all the time. When I say, oh, I'm not feeling good today. Why are you not feeling good? Check on it. Is it some relationship bothering you? Is it you are hungry? Is it something you are bothering about your career? What is it? So, this is something which does not bring happiness to you. Okay, happiness, and I'm also giving you a technique what to do for if you're not happy. Happiness is not being rich and affording things. There is a certain limit from $7,000. Okay, there is a certain limit, say for example, which can get you happiness when you have money. Beyond that, money also cannot get you happiness. Now talk about, say, Ambani's, the amount of money. Do they know also what are they doing? No. So now their happiness also will be in their achievements, in their family, in their success, or whatever, right? Money, you have crossed a limit. Say, for example, for us, so we have crossed that limit of basics, which is called your house, your education, your finances. Now you have to look for something where you can give something to the society. Okay, so this is what happiness is: not being rich and affording things. Happiness is not the final destination, it has to be the ongoing process. Today I'm happy because I've got a job. Tomorrow I'll be unhappy because my boss is not good. Then day after I'll be unhappy because I expected some other salary, it was promised something else and I got something else. So it's a continuous process of happiness. Now next, now these three things. Okay, three things that kill your happiness. Okay, those three things again: comparing yourself to others. Now, when I keep comparing, oh, my friend has reached somewhere. Okay, he is in Texas and he's doing this, my friend is there. No, okay, if I keep comparing like this, my friend has gone in IIT and I am here. So, you have worked this much, my dear friend, and this is my potential. It's okay. Now, here I do the best. I'll be the topper of my college, I'll be the topper of my university. Make another target. Now, when I say lack of close friendship, again, for lack of close friendship, you can do is you have to create friendship. You have to give some time to your friends. You can't be a one person, you have friends and they're saying, let's go for a cup of tea. You say, no, I will not come because I'm studying. So you have to dedicate and allocate that much timing even to create friendship. Everything needs time and energy. So I have to give that moment, that particular time to my friend where I can create that relationship. Okay. So this is when I have lack of close friendship also gives me that unhappiness. Now holding on to resentment. Now these three things which is killing your happiness, I would say create, how to recreate. Everybody is happy, but when I say recreate your happiness, okay? So embrace adversity. When I say embrace adversity, anything which you have resisting not to do, okay? So you will have to do it. Increase your resilience, shape up your identity, cope better with current stress, become more optimistic about the future. Okay, say for example, I had shared this, which I said comparing yourself to others. The recreation for is embrace adversity. Okay, I have not gone to IIT. I'm at this college, MIT. I will be doing the best. I will be the topper. And I'm giving 100%. I'm the topper. I'm giving 100%, but I get 60% high. Good, my dear friends. There is no problem. Okay. Now, giving time to your friends. Make time for your friends. Where I said lack of friendship, and this which I said you are killing, holding on to resentment, a feeling against somebody which is bothering you. My auntie said this, my uncle said this, my friend said this. I had a fight with that group. I'm in another group today. No, what I am today is because of them. So have gratitude for everything what is there in your life. Have gratitude to your parents for sending you, and today you are sitting in this college and having a great time with knowledge, skills, and attitude with your teachers, with your professors, with your contentment that you all are studying. You all are going to be graduates of computer, and computer is also there today, and digital India is there, right? So all of you working for digital India, and this decade is for you guys. So if anybody is trying to tell you, oh, computer engineering, oh, there are so many computer engineers. There can be so many, but there is requirement of so many. Okay. But the expertise and the skill development which you are doing over the period of time, that is more important. Keep it in quotes. What is it more important? So one technique, gratitude every day night before sleeping. Thank you, God, for giving me this day. I practice it every day. I'm a Sai Bhakt. I go to Sai Baba and say, thank you, Sai Baba, for giving me a beautiful day. Today, I would say, thank you for making me meet these candidates. Only thing is, I was little appreciate more if, like Preeti, you guys can put a question to me, ask me, challenge me. That is something which I'm looking forward. I'll be giving you 15 minutes for that. At 12 p.m., I'll be giving you 15 minutes for that. All right. So whatever is your in your mind which is bothering you, you have not asked, don't hesitate. Don't worry for any point of view from my side or from your friends. Don't worry for judgments. Just go for it. Ask it. I'm there to answer all your questions which is bothering you. And that will be to the best of my ability. Okay. Coming down, I'll be just summing up with the slides only this much. And after that, I'm giving you another case study and your questionnaire session. This is the time management which we can do. Till 12 o'clock, I'll be giving you habits of happy person and a case study. Okay. Of an engineer who was depressed and he's of little your generation. Okay. I have already told you a few things about being happy was just checklists. Now, to be very clear, getting clarity here, you can say quality sleep. Now, if some of you say, I go to sleep, but I'm restless, I get up and I don't get sleep, then I'm watching TV or I'm doing my mobile, I'm on social media. Definitely 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, you will be creating something for your body. Mind you have already created. Now you'll be creating something for your body, and that is headache, hypertension, yeah, BP, even sugar. Candidates are coming with this in 20s. I don't want any one of you to create. Okay, I have not touched wood. I have also not created anything at this age. We are sitting at mid age, but we have not created. Thanks to all this, I'm telling you, I have not created. Does not mean I don't have tension. Does not mean, oh, see, as a computer engineer, I said people used to ask me when I had a child 6 months old, and when she was 1 year, I had to walk out of my house to work. I didn't want to leave my baby at home, but I had to leave her with the maid because people are bothering me. Why are you not working? You are a computer engineer. My God. Okay. Today, if anybody says, oh, why are you not going there? I am okay because I know I have to look after myself, which gives me happiness. Okay. Now, eat healthy and clean food. I think Corona has taught this to all of us, those checklists, right? Zinc, vet, and whatnot we are eating, and the food and organic food and the fruits. I think in these 2 years, the amount of fruits we have eaten, amazing. Okay. Develop spiritual practice, which I gave you today, is meditation. So I don't say you'll become spiritual. I would say it's a way of life which will give a lot of peace and happiness to you, my dear friends. I'm a living example sitting in front of you, and there are always in every batch there are some candidates. So if anybody is already practicing this, even in the management team or even in the students group, kindly after this slide you all can share with me so that they resonate with us, the candidates resonate with us, that this is the beauty of practicing meditation or yoga or jogging or playing a game every day morning is also okay. Because many candidates tell me, ma'am, I can't close my eyes and sit. I'm so restless. Fair enough. Go for a sports. Go for a squash, badminton. You'll have all these sports, I think, in your colleges. You can go for a football, for a cricket, but half an hour, 1 hour, because you have got other activities to do for the day. You can, and if morning you don't have a time, evening you can do it. There's no problem. Meditation also we can do it in the evening. But the best time definitely was taught to us by our gurus is the morning hours. Okay. Next is make time for self-care. When I say self-care, girls, little skin treatment, little hair treatment, little beautification, little something, 5 minutes extra. Boys, what can you go about it? Boys also can do a little bit of their self-care, bodybuilding. Yeah, sitting and reading something for yourself which makes you happy, sitting and talking with someone which gives you so much happiness. Some self-care techniques you have to apply: cleaning your foot, maybe massaging your hands, putting a little cream on your face, sitting quietly for some time alone in the room and analyzing yourself. What did I do for the day today? What is it I'm going to do tomorrow? I can sit down in the night and make a checklist. Otherwise, I forget. I also have so many things. It's not only the planner in the phone, it's also you can have a whiteboard which just comes for 300 bucks on Amazon or anything. Just order that once whiteboard, hang it. If not hanging allowed, okay, we'll keep it on the table. Write it with the pen. These are the mantras of successful people. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to computer lab for this work. I have to submit my project. Okay, afternoon, I have to meet this faculty for my upgradation of knowledge or for getting my marks. Evening, I have to go for playing cricket. Then I have to send a gift or a flower or a bouquet, whatever. So these are the checklists. You can make it in the evening when you're sitting in the room, and give before sleeping half an hour to yourself, my dear students. It should not be until 12 only with friends. I need you all to have half an hour for yourself. Okay? So, this much if you practice, see the beauty and the change in your marks, in your habits, in your personality, in your body, in your mind. All right? So, make time for self care. Okay. Two more things. Journalize your gratitude each day, which we have done today. Thank you, God, for giving me this life. Thank you, God, for giving me this day, beautiful day. Thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity to sit with these students today. Yeah, I'm connecting to my youth where I was also an engineering. I am also an engineering graduate. So thank you. I'm connecting to these people. Okay. Then visualizing a happy life. Always visualize. Now also all of you close your eyes and just visualize a happy moment which has happened recently with you. Maybe your mom acknowledging you, giving food to somebody, maybe meeting a friend, maybe sitting in that lecture. Okay. So this can be something which you can create happiness in your life. Do these activities, my dear friends. It's a humble request, suggestion, advice, mentoring to all of you to do this. Okay. All right. Now I'm showing you this boy here on the picture. I'm not sharing his video because it will be like always a 10-minute and a 20. And I think many of you must have connected to this boy. He's a 28-year-old engineering graduate whose parents are doctors and very successful doctors. So when he was young in college, he had put on a lot of weight. He was a very good student in school, but he would be a little loser at college. And he is an engineering graduate again. Now, when he was doing engineering, he was also in depression. He did not know because he wanted to make films, and parents also say one more thing. No. Why do they say no? Because they feel that career, I don't know whether my son will be able or my daughter will be able to achieve something. I have met so many chartered accountants in my life who always say that, ma'am, I'm becoming chartered accountant because my father is a chartered accountant. I'm engineer because my father is an engineer. I'm doctor because my father. You know what? If you think for them, and when you will be parents, they're just trying to secure you with their certificate. Certificate is needed, my dear friends, whatever expertise you have, but certificate is also needed. You can be the best developer and the best coding person on earth. But when you go basic requirements for a particular job, which we say is job specifications. So those job specifications I need to meet. I still remember when I changed my career from corporate to a college for my children. I went to Vivekananda Engineering College in Mumbai. The first criteria there was, ma'am, have you got first division in engineering? Then we recruit you, or then we take your interview. So see, There was a basic criteria. I had cleared that criteria. So I've also taught in Vivekananda Engineering College, Chembur in Mumbai for 2-3 years. So this is something which is a basic and mandatory criteria. This Ranveer Allahabadia, okay. Some of my friends' kids are working with him as a editor. Now he's on YouTube by the name, and this is the logo, by the name Beer Biceps. I think many of you must have seen his videos also. See, he has gone up very basic way. He's touching from here. Here it's okay. He's touching you all from here. Today he's earning in crores just in 3 to 4 years, because what I said, no, that I don't have to look for money when I have qualification. I have to do it from here, and very dedicated way this boy is doing things. At his age, there are boys who are going around in fancy cars with their father's money, enjoying that money, doing that basic qualification, and working with their parents, having their startups. Fair enough. See this boy's life. It's not something he has done out of the box. But if you see, his earning is out of the box, and he's so focused, and he has taken interviews of so many known, even Sudha Murthy, if you say, huh? Abhishek Bachchan for celebrities. So it's not about, people will not meet you otherwise. Even Sadhguru of Isha Foundation, just now we met. So it's not about meeting those people. It is about your numbers, where you reach, then people start acknowledging you. And when he came on social media, on YouTube, to orient you all guys, because he came only with the physical fitness, because he was a bulky boy, had pimples on his face, and today you see he's glowing, and his physique is giving him is that. So he started orienting with that. Everybody in the family said, Ranveer, you will never ever achieve something in life. Being an engineer, you are useless, right? But today, if you see what has he created his team, he has taken a beautiful big apartment, must be lakhs of rupees rental, and so beautiful. You go on YouTube, I'm not sharing that right now, but you'll go write this Ranveer Allahabadia and you will get the link, and you can go for it. Okay, just hear 1 or 2 videos, you will be really highly motivated, my dear friends. Okay, so this is something I wanted to share as a case study, and I'm also right now sharing a link here right now. So this link is again something which I am doing for a larger audience, where it's not orienting you today, will be in orientation format, whatever you can pick up and grab, because you know the doctor now, so you can visit the doctor. So this link would be there, and I think it will be there with your ma'am also, and Madan sir also, I'll share with him. And now let me go to another case study. But is there any question? 5 minutes I'm giving for this, so that I share one more case study of a person who can break in life. After seeing what has happened to his child, can break, but he is a real success story, and I can show you what he's doing right now. Okay. But any questions now from the audience? About happiness, about any situation, about any botheration of a relationship which keeps bothering your thoughts. So you can just unmute yourself and speak to me. And no hesitation, no fear, no point of view, no judgment. Just come up with what is bothering you. I'll give 5 minutes for this, so that I can share one more very heart-touching, heart-whelming case study of my life. It's not about a celebrity. I think somebody is writing in the... Yeah, please. If you have any questions, please
Dear
ask.
students, please ask the question. Unmute yourself.
Number one.
Hello.
Yeah.
Unmute yourself, all of you. Students, please unmute yourself and ask the question if you have any. Yes? You don't have any question?
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Madham Jadhav. Madhan Jadhav is asking. Yeah? Okay. First thing, always remember, my dear students, always remember, whenever we are talking to anybody, let's make eye contact. Make eye contact with anybody. So come, make eye contact with me and speak. Yes, Samadhan. Jadhav.
Ma'am, as you said that to create a happiness or to enjoy that happy life, we should indulge ourselves in good activities or quality activities.
Yeah.
So we already have some activities in our life. So most of the time, even when students have some activities to do tomorrow the day after tomorrow, or they have some like presentation. So instead of enjoying those activities, there is a stress which they carry. That stress is seen on their face.
Correct.
So actually, that kills the happiness.
Yes.
So can you suggest any solution for that?
Yes, yes. See, I had shown you one this one killing happiness. Okay, when I kill my happiness, I start number one first is comparing myself. Like for example, you used a very nice this thing presentation skills. Okay, now presentation is one technique I'll tell you. And as engineers, as professionals, all of us have to present one day in our life, right? So now those techniques are we taking in life? Are we teaching? Are we taking that technique? So can I ask you, Jada, one thing? You are a student or you are a faculty?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a faculty.
You are a faculty. Okay. So is it that they are stressed for presentation?
We see that stress for our students,
Yeah.
as well as even if as a faculty we have some,
As a faculty, also we have stress, right?
yeah, we have stress. Suppose tomorrow we have a load which is greater than the daily load, so we feel that stress.
Yes.
So
I'll
that kills the
give you
happiness of
one.
today also.
Yeah, I'll give you because I'm doing presentation skills also. So let me give you little just two, three basic techniques for presentation always. Number one, you should know your subject well. Number one, that is the basic thing. Command over the language. That is, if I'm speaking, I should know English. I should be thinking in English. Now, if I think in Hindi or Marathi and then I come here, so first is to improve your command over the language. That will be by reading. That will be by speaking again. So command over the subject language is very important. PPT or presentation should be ready. Don't use very high flying languages. If you saw today, I have a very high flying presentation also for happiness because today it's a second year student. I have to do very basics. If you saw, I have given something very basic pictures and basic words so that if it is basic, I connect to it. So I don't need to go very high flying English. Whatever I shared today with that Ranveer boy also, I remember this boy is speaking a English which is a very natural, gradual English, which one of us can speak, but the content has to be here. And content will come here when I do lot of reading, avid reader, and I'm meeting people, I'm sharing my experience. So presentation, 90% of people are stressed. Okay. Now, whenever it comes to presentation, you have to prepare your subject, give time, don't take it lightly. ठीक है, देख लेंगे यार 5 मिनट का. When you do this, it is going to really fade off. Like you do it for interviews. ठीक है यार, attend करते, होगा नहीं होगा. Now you will never clear that interview. So for presentation, prepare it, take it seriously. Okay. Command over the language, which as an engineering graduate, I think these students have developed from their school, and even in college they can have, you can give them activities like give them a small topic कि चलो 5 लाइन इस पे आप बोलो, ठीक है. Give them say what is digital India about, say they write 5 lines. Tell them to read that 5 lines and do video recording. Video पे आप बहुत conscious. Say for example, when I do live this thing, now it is different. When it is like this, there are certain constraints. So on videos, see camera also. See how many times even I am able to focus that camera. I am focusing on your face. I'm seeing on the screen, but I'm not focusing on the camera, right? So tell them focus and do video recording. Do 3 video recording of the speech which you're going to give, and see how much improvement will happen. And tell the students, if you're fearing, do one thing, give them the podium, give them the dais, okay? Give them the podium to stand, which give them support. Tell them, pani piyo yaar. Presentation agar aap practice kara rahe ho, pehle pani piyo. Breathing karo, but not on the podium. Do it on your seat, drink water, do some breathing exercise and say, this is not the end of life, yaar. Come on, yaar. Presentation ही तो देना है 4 लोगों के आगे. क्या दिक्कत है? ऐसे कुछ पेप टॉक करने पड़ेंगे आपको. Tell them pep talk and say, I will give the best. लोग जो भी सोचें, मैं तो अपना करूंगा. Audience में now, when making contact with the audience, say for example, if I start doing like this to all of you like this, it will be different. So what you can tell them, just make audience straight eye contact. पूरे audience को आप ऐसे करके देखो मत, आप nervous हो जाओगे. Make eye contact only with the audience whom you are comfortable to make eye contact. Because in audience, there will be people who will be making some faces, gestures, looking bored, haggard. वो तो होगा. But if I go with 90% of audience, fair enough. I should not waste time for that 10-minute of audience who is not taking care of it. So for presentation, yes, always students are worked out. Even when I do business presentations for professionals at office, they are so worked out that day. Before that day, their body language is very good. That day they'll be like, "Man, thoda submissive attitude ho hi jata." And they say, how can you do it? So for some of my organizations, chairman is not orienting, I am orienting. The head of the organization, because they have reached that level, they don't want to learn. है ना लोग, अब मैंने कुकिंग नहीं सीखी है कभी, वो कुक है ना, कुकिंग सीख के कुक लगाओ, ड्राइविंग सीख के ड्राइवर लगाओ. सेम प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल्स आने चाहिए. इवन इफ माय जूनियर इज एबल टू प्रेजेंट बेटर, आई कैन सिट ऑन द चेयर एंड रिलैक्स, but I should be taking over. My driver does not come, I drive and go. So these are certain techniques which I practice, what I preach. Right? So this is something when you as faculty, what you preach, you have to practice first, then students follow you. Yeah, so you also try to do that. See, I am also doing, I am nervous today, मैं भी पानी पी रहा हूँ, आप भी पानी पियो, आराम से बोलेंगे, यार कुछ नहीं होता है, एक नंबर ही तो कम आएंगे, चलेगा, एक नंबर ज्यादा भी आ सकते हैं. It's a practice. So one day you give a practice session, next day you tell them today is the final session. Make it little more easy and friendly for them. Presentation का ना एक जैसे वो हो जाता है, oh my god, presentation, and for everybody. It's not for one person. Like, see, I'll talk about myself. When I did the first presentation with ICAI, there were 70 chartered accountants. Okay. Now 70 is a big number. I went with the slideshow. मेरे को लगा यार स्लाइड शो है, ठीक है. आई रिमेंबर दोस फेसेस स्टिल, यू नो, उनका ऐसा कुछ फेस था ना, कि बाप रे. सो स्लाइड शो सॉफ्ट स्किल्स के लिए नहीं चलेगा इतना. You see how many slides did I show? Just 4 to 5. That's it. Very basic. It's more about connecting here and here when it is soft skills. But when it is technical job, computer padhate ho, then it is totally on slideshows, no problem. So tell your students first, just talk. You can start the presentation with one thing. Talk about one happy moment of your life. और उनको पहले से ये सब्जेक्ट आप दे दो, बोलो प्रिपेयर 5 minutes भी नहीं, 2 minutes. Prepare 2 minutes for a happy moment in your life. अभी जो हुआ होगा, फर्स्ट ईयर में मेरे को ये रिजल्ट आया, मॉम ने मुझे गिफ्ट दिया, एक बाइक दिया, एक कार दिया, whatever. So just speak that for 2 minutes. Next day, okay, prepare on this particular subject. 4 PPT बनाओ, 2 minute का presentation दो या 5 minute का दो. This is something you try to do that. Okay, so this will help you even, and you stand in their shoes. Say, I am also nervous. And when hands are shivering or sweating ho raha hai, so do your hands like this. Keep it on the podium. Keep a chair. If you don't have a podium in the class, keep a chair in front of you. Hold the chair. But ये shivering hand mat dikhao. यहाँ पे shivering हो रही है, it does not show. It does not show. Shivering in the words may be felt, but hands will be seen. So hold the chair. Hold the chair in front of you. 2-3 मिनट का सेशन है, आप ऐसे कर लो. आधे घंटे का सेशन है तो ऐसे नहीं कर सकते. You will have to do little hand movements. So stand on the podium, keep a piece of paper also on the podium, and tell some other friend to do the slideshow. You don't do it. Okay. So these techniques will gradually, in 2-3 sessions, it will take a little like this. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much for asking. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am.
Welcome.
Actually, nowadays, happiness is dependent happiness.
Yes.
Dependent happiness हो गया है. That's why the problems raise more and more. Now I request Professor Samadhan Jadhav sir for the vote of thanks for today's wonderful session. Over to Samadhan sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Any other questions from the students?
Yeah. Any questions, please ask.
Students, any questions? Okay. So this is Samadhan Jadhav, Assistant Professor of Computer Engineering. So on behalf of Department of Computer Engineering, as well as committees, Institute of Engineering, and all the faculties and all the students of Computer Engineering, ma'am, I would like to thank you for this wonderful session. The points you mentioned in the presentation, the mantras you have given for the happiness of the life, instead of running behind the success, success will follow you if you will become skillful, knowledgeful, and heartful.
Correct.
So as well as you have mentioned many very nice case studies. One of the Allahabadia, that is Ranveer Allahabadia.
Correct.
So I will recommend students to go through these case studies. So thank you once again, ma'am, and uh, I hope that this presentation will help as well as uh, these things or these mantras will definitely help the students to improve their life, to improve the happiness in their life, as well as to create the happiness instead of just being happy. They will grow over that stage. So
Correct.
thank you, ma'am. Uh,
Correct.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your beautiful feedback. And it is beautiful, students, to be with you. But only one thing which I would request you for your personal growth. Always, when somebody comes for a session, try to switch on your videos, ask questions. And when if I get an opportunity in life to come and see you guys, I'll play certain games and activities with you where I can touch you from here, because this is something which will bring success to you. So creating happiness, it's not happiness will come in the platter. Okay, if I have to create a platter for myself, I'll have to work hard. If I want some 4 or 5 vegetables and one feast, definitely I have to create my platter. So if I want to be successful and to be one of them where people recognize me and where I feel happy, definitely have to work for it and create what mantras I gave you. Create happiness with your knowledge, skills, and attitude. Have a positive attitude, never give up attitude. I'm saying life is beautiful. May corona come, may whatever happen, but this strength here and here gives us that living, right? If you have seen, even in corona, people who were like aged, they survived because of the support of their family. And there were some people, youngsters, who couldn't, and which is so sad. So many families had so much of inconsistency, and we don't know what will happen to them because they were here very low. Oh, my job has gone, job has gone. It's okay, my dear friends, it will come back. But be positive. If you say it will never come back, it won't come back. Like for us, even Ranveer Allahabadi, which I shared, our work in pandemic has doubled, in fact, because of online things, right? So you have to be positive. So always recreate something apart from your job. Even some work you're doing, do some 1 2 extra, 2 3 startups. Nowadays students are having 2 3 startups apart from their job. So this is the beauty of the professional life and the community which you're creating at MET. So create it. We will be definitely looking forward for more techniques, and you can follow me up. I have also started as a very basics. I've just recorded on laptop and put on YouTube, but slowly I'm trying to go and work hard for it and professionally, so that I'm not very camera conscious and I can give more feedback what is here in my mind on different aspects of life. So how to be successful, every professional, I will be carrying this journey forward, and I'm sharing the link also today with all of you. So if you resonate with me, you can always click on that link and you can have a follow up. You can send me an email, you can chat with me, you can always take a feedback if there is any kind of a problem. And through Madan Kharat sir also, you have to ask something, you can also go through Miss Shubhangi also. So we are here to help you guys, and you have a beautiful team in your college who are actually acknowledging these aspects of life. So kindly go for it, do it, and create a beautiful life for yourselves. Wishing you all a very happy life ahead and a very successful life ahead. Thank you so much for the session.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, I would like to request you to share the presentation you just covered so that we can share this among the students.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you.
I've shared the link also, and I will share the presentation also.
Thank you, Abhilasha, madam.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, my friend.